Hey everybody, welcome back to What's New, our quarterly program where we go through and talk about all of the new releases in Zendesk. This quarter, we're going to be talking about all the releases through the second quarter of this year, which I can't believe that it is already May of 2021. Helping me out today, we have a wide range of experts on the Zendesk team. From our product marketing team to our community team, there are going to be folks here that will dive deep into all of our releases, show demos about new capabilities, and generally leave you with a better understanding of everything that's new in Zendesk. As we progress through today's webinar, I'm sure that questions may come up, or you may just be looking to find some more information about some of these releases. Well, if that's the case, we have a team of people who are live in the chat who are ready and able to take all of your questions. So if you want to learn about today's releases, learn about Zendesk generally, just go ahead, type your message into the chat, and there will be somebody there to help you out. Also, I do want to mention before we progress into today's presentation that we are recording things. So if there are folks on your team who weren't able to join but wanted to see today's presentation, well, it will be in yours and their inbox if they signed up for the webinar in the next couple of days for you to see the recording. All right, let's jump into the opener for what's new this quarter, and that is Mark Grilli, who's going to take us through all of the launches at a high level. Mark is the SVP of Product Marketing here at Zendesk. Mark, thanks for coming on What's New to talk about all the new launches.
Hey, it's great to be here. Appreciate the time, and let's get right into it.
So Mark, the start of this year, we had two really large launches. We launched the new Zendesk Suite and we launched messaging. Just for folks who may have missed either of these launches or folks who are new to Zendesk looking to learn a little bit more, I'd love to start by talking about these just to tee up everything else that we're going to discuss today. So why don't we go ahead and talk about the new Zendesk Suite and everything that's new with it.
That sounds great. Yeah, so the Zendesk Suite is all about giving you, the company, the ability to deliver great experiences to your customers, right out of the box. And right out of the box with all the things you need to deliver across any channel that you might need. And we thought about it in the sense that best practices should be built right in within the suite. So instead of having to think about what you might need in the future or how to think about scaling your organization, we try to anticipate these things based on what we know from our customers. And then put it all in one easy to buy, easy to add on to, easy to change offer. And so that's the suite. We're really excited not only from the adoption of it, but then also the feedback we're getting from customers, because we're hearing that it just makes life simpler, so you can focus on the harder job, which is really taking care of your customers.
I think that, to me at least, the best part about the suite is just the ability to get started with customer service so fast and be able to just roll it out and scale as your business needs grow and change. Mark, we also launched messaging to keep up with changing customer demand. This was a highly anticipated release from our customers. Would love for you to just talk a little bit more about messaging and what messaging brings to the table.
Yeah, well, the world has changed in the way we communicate. And sure enough, with COVID and everything that's happened in the economy, how we think about engaging has really evolved. 18 months ago, when you think about ordering a meal, it was totally different than you think about now. And so as part of that, the expectations for how customers expect to communicate with brands is really evolved, and messaging is one way that's really evolved. So if you think about communicating via Snapchat or your favorite social messaging channels, it brings a richness and a set of capabilities that simple email-based communication in the past might not have been able to do. People want to take it with them. They want to be able to communicate when they want to communicate. And what messaging brings, and we're really excited about, is a whole new way to think about engaging your customers. And it not only brings that touch within social channels, but it brings a conversational experience that is really the way of the future. And so we're very excited about what messaging holds, excited about all the capabilities that are coming, and looking forward to working with all of you to help roll it out and be successful.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, Mark. When I talk to my friends and family today, I do that over iMessage. I do that over WhatsApp. I do that over these messaging applications. So for a business to be able to offer that type of experience, it's incredibly powerful. It's modern. It's what consumers want. I would love to just hear in your words a little bit about what businesses can do with messaging. And from a capability perspective, what would a business get out of Zendesk's messaging offering?
Well, a couple of key things. One is it's not enough just to say we've turned on like messaging channels. It's how do you manage that as a company, and how do you make sure that you can deliver that consistent experience without sort of overwhelming yourself? And so all of our thinking is around creating that connected customer to agent experience and making sure that businesses can run well, meeting their customers wherever they are. It shouldn't be a huge penalty to add new channels. We actually think that it's a requirement for brands to make sure they can meet customers. And so we wanted to make sure that we can be where customers want you to be, whether that's Facebook Messenger or other places. But the other thing that's really important is that the agents and how they're able to deal with that, and maintain that high level of service that your customers are expecting. It's really important. And then what comes with this is a better cohesive experience for the customer. Better personalization, better responses, better timeliness of the things that they're able to understand and get. And of course, at the end of the day, we're all trying to deliver better satisfaction. And as part of that, this sort of complete picture enables that for customers.
I think messaging overall is incredibly powerful, from providing support wherever you are, to giving agents the right tools, to the personalization aspect, and then the ability to extend messaging to your entire business is all great. And I really, really like our approach. So, Mark, thank you for that. It was great to hear about messaging and this suite, which I'm sure is going to be a core foundation that we're building on here with our releases in Q2, which I would love for you to just talk about a little bit. Lisa Kant joined us last quarter and talked about how we think about building. She talked about making it easy for your customers, setting your teams up for success, and keeping your business in sync. I assume that's what we're continuing to build around this quarter as well.
Yeah, most definitely. These are the sort of foundational ways we think about the business, and all those capabilities that we talk about, whether it's messaging, whether it's automation, whether it's self-service, whether it's personalization, they're all designed around helping customers receive the experiences that they want, the people that you're trying to empower within your organization to deliver them, to do that well. And then making sure that you're delivering great value for your business. How do you make sure that you and understand what's happening in your organization? We think Zendesk is in a great place to help you. And so, these are great logos that we have that show examples of how scaled customer engagement is happening, whether it's B2B, B2C, or even across employees. And we really are enjoying working with our customers to roll out and understand best practices and helping them achieve more with their customers.
That's great. Well, before we dive too deep into everything that we're launching today, we have a number of people joining from the team who are going to go deep into demos and product discussion. I'd love for you to just tee up some of the launches, as well as maybe give us a little teaser into the roadmap. And that first section we talked about was this idea of providing personalized and effortless customer experiences. We're doing a lot there when it comes to messaging and self-service. We'd just love to hear a little bit of your perspective on this.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the thing that's really intriguing about messaging, and it allows you to have what we are calling conversational experiences, the ability to have a conversation that runs across different channels. So a customer can begin and end in different places. I like to think of it as, remember back in the day when you call in and you could have a call me back number on a phone call. That was a huge change for the experience on the customer side. I don't have to wait on hold any longer. I can get called it when it's convenient for me. Messaging brings a whole new evolution of that. So I can start on one channel and extend to my phone on another. And I think that this is going to be the key of how brands deliver great service in the future. Not only as part of that, but then how do we enable agents within the messaging experience to give the right experiences, the right answers, offering translation capabilities so that people can seamlessly get the answers they're looking for. I mean, there's just a few of the great things that are coming on the messaging side.
And then what about self-service? I think a strong self-service strategy is key to any successful customer service deployment. We have been building a lot in this area. I think we have new updates coming for analytics, extending your knowledge base, keeping content up to date. Lots of great stuff there too.
No, absolutely. And the thing that I think is really important is, and again, I go back to thinking about, hey, we launched a suite, and the suite was all about bringing all these things together. Self-service is really important, and it's not a thing on its own. And what messaging brings is the ability to integrate self-service experiences within all the kind of communications that you're having on all these different channels. And so not only think about self-service traditionally as being a web-based thing, but it's an integrated thing within the communications you're having with your customers. And at the end of the day, self-service is all about speed to answer and getting the information that you need. And so we're providing so many great things that are coming to help customers not only create efficient customer answers, but then also create a much richer customer experience. And I think this is, again, just super exciting to bring all these sort of really powerful capabilities down so that everyone can use them.
Well, it's great that we're thinking about launching capabilities for self-service, launching capabilities for messaging, but also the blending of these two areas together. When we talk about creating personalized and effortless experiences, it's not just one channel over the other or developing in one area specifically. I think the bringing together of both of these forces is what really is delivering value. And speaking of bringing forces closer together and also just giving folks the tools that they need to work effectively. I know that we have a lot of releases coming for sales reps and on the agent side. On the sales side, it's all about making sure that folks have the right tools to reach out to the right prospects, sell faster. On the agent side, it's about giving them the tools to make sure that they can serve customers efficiently and have the right context. A lot of exciting releases here. Is there anything that you want to touch on?
Yeah, I think that the theme overall is, the world is getting more complicated. The world is getting more complicated in the expectations that we have for the people that sit within our organizations to deliver on experiences, whether it's selling or service. How do we simplify that? How do we give everyone the tools that they have at their fingertips without having to go context shift into 5 different screens? How do we make it really easy for someone to reach out and touch a prospect in a way that enables that prospect to feel like you've been heard through the process? These are like really important elements of continuity of service and continuity of the selling process. And so again, I'm talking at a pretty high level, but I think it's just really important to think about these connected experiences. Customers expect more. We're asking more of our agents and salespeople. How do we make it really easy for the things that are right in front of them to be able to deliver on the promise or the expectation that we're going to grow the business or service our customers? It's really exciting to see these things coming into fruition, and it's all about Agent Workspace and how we're bringing that for our end users to deliver to our end customers.
I think there are two really interesting releases here that tie back to what you said that Josh Bean will talk about a little later on. But from the Agent Workspace, an agent now has the ability to send over a lead into our sales tools with all sorts of context about the potential opportunity. And the same goes for the sales rep. They can then see, hey, maybe a customer I'm reaching out to has some ongoing issues and it isn't the best time to upsell them, or I need to check in and make sure that they're doing all right. I love the releases that we have in both of these areas. Well, Mark, the last area I want to talk about before we dive in is around apps and partners. It's always been important for us to think about how we can help a business connect all the systems that they use with their support and sales tools to deliver better customer experiences. Would love to hear a little bit about this area.
No system that's happening these days that is not interconnected to something else. And we believe this at Zendesk, and we believe this is a really important thing that any company who's trying to deliver a great experience for their end customers has to be an integrated experience into other things and other applications within the organization. So an agent has to be able to understand context, and context oftentimes comes from another application. We are building these great integrations, these great little applications, great platform capabilities that allow this integration to happen and do it in a way that's low to no code, makes it really easy and approachable for customers, and gives you the power to run your business as well as you need to. And again, I'm really excited about the roadmap that's coming.
I am as well. We all got a sneak peek a couple weeks ago, and just seeing how we are bringing these complex integration capability, or I guess simplifying complex integration and making it so easy for your, what we would call, I guess, a citizen developer or a Zendesk admin, making it really easy for them to bring data into Zendesk, get data out of Zendesk, integrate with all of their systems, provide agents more context, and just run their business more seamlessly. It's all incredibly powerful. Well, Mark, thank you so much for walking us through all that. It sounds like we have no shortage of releases coming from messaging, self-service, the agent experience, the sales experience, and apps and integrations. I'm really looking forward to hearing more about all these releases, but thank you so much for joining and kicking us off.
No, it's great to be here. We love working closely with our customers. It's really exciting to see all the things that you're doing as a partner to Zendesk, and just looking forward to delivering more and seeing you all succeed with what you're doing. So thanks for your time and great to be here.
Yeah, we definitely agree with that. And as we progress through today's presentation, and if you have feedback on any of our launches or if you want to learn more, you can drop a question into the chat. We do have people that will help you out. And Mark's email is, I'm kidding, we're not gonna give away Mark's email, but there are a lot of ways for you to submit feedback either through our community or in the chat today to let your voice be heard about all of our releases.